Marcus Aurelius once said, "When you wake up in the morning, reflect on the precious privilege of being alive, breathing, thinking, enjoying, and loving." So how can we shape our mornings so that they reflect this appreciation of life in harmony with Stoicism? There is a morning routine based on Stoic wisdom, designed to set the tone for a peaceful and meaningful day. This routine was used by the great emperor Marcus Aurelius, where it helped him maintain his wisdom and develop better as a human being. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any sacred Stoic knowledge that could change your life. Number 1. Embrace discomfort. In today's world, comfort has become an expectation, as if it were an indicator of progress. We have been forged to believe that this is the way forward. However, the Stoics, with their profound wisdom, recognized that the incessant search for comfort could be an obstacle to personal growth. Or indeed, it could be the greatest personal obstacle. They believed in the deliberate practice of introducing small discomforts as a means of strengthening the spirit, cultivating resilience and ensuring preparedness for life's inevitable adversities. This fortifies our mind to do what needs to be done, rather than pampering it by only doing what it wants. The Stoic philosopher Seneca advised, "Set aside a certain number of days during which you must content yourself with the simplest and cheapest food, with rough and coarse clothes, saying to yourself, 'Was this the condition I feared?'" The essence of this was not to punish oneself with suffering, but to break the chains of dependence on external comforts and remind ourselves of our innate strength. It's at times like this that I remember Seneca's phrase, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." As you start the day, consider ways to introduce discomfort on your own. Perhaps take a cold shower to awaken and energize your senses. This not only promotes physical alertness, but also serves as a metaphorical baptism, purifying inertia and reminding you of your ability to resist and thrive. It's also good for your health. Or you might choose not to drink your coffee straight away, reminding yourself that your motivation and strength come from within, not from external stimuli. You could also consider reflective practices such as taking 10 minutes to meditate on a past challenge, recognizing the strength you've shown and the growth that's come from it, remembering the barriers you've had to deal with, what the pain was like and how that discomfort helped you grow. Or you could even choose to walk or cycle to work instead of using the car, allowing yourself to be present in the environment and accepting the physical effort as a demonstration of your body's capabilities. As Seneca wisely said, the body should be treated more rigorously, so that it may not be disobedient to the mind. The aim here is twofold. Firstly, these daily acts of discomfort serve as training for the mind and spirit. Just as an athlete regularly steps out of their comfort zone, in small ways we prepare ourselves for life's bigger and unexpected challenges. Secondly, they provide perspective. By occasionally giving up certain comforts, we learn to appreciate them more when we have them, and understand that they are not the basis of our happiness or contentment. Accepting discomfort is not a punishment, but an empowerment. It is the exchange of a momentary pleasure that weakens us for a momentary discomfort that strengthens us. It is an exploration of a deeper source of strength, freeing ourselves from unnecessary dependencies and adopting a Stoic sense of freedom, which is based on the understanding that true satisfaction does not depend on external circumstances. Just like happiness, strength and resilience come from internal factors, you just have to look for them and exercise them with quality. To make it easier to use voluntary discomfort, think of it not as leaving your comfort zone, but as expanding it. Number 2, write in a diary. The practice of keeping a diary, deeply rooted in Stoicism, is not just about documenting events, but about maintaining an intimate dialogue with yourself. It is an act of reflection, self-knowledge, and sometimes catharsis. The very action of translating thoughts into words on paper can be profoundly transformative. It will help you organize your ideals, express your regrets, and clarify your doubts. Start by choosing a journal that suits your style. It can be a simple notebook or a Google Documents file. Choose what suits you best. This is your personal space, free from judgment and external expectations. It's where your thoughts, raw and unfiltered, come to be expressed, to be released from your mind. As you start each morning, write down the first thoughts that come to you. These can be fragments of dreams, feelings left over from the previous day, or anticipations about the day ahead. This first flush helps clear the mind, like sweeping up fallen leaves in the yard. It doesn't matter what these first thoughts are, Just unload them into your diary so that you can express yourself. Then shift your focus to gratitude. In the marathon of life, it's easy to become attached to what we lack or what we want. However, Stoicism teaches us the value of appreciating the present. Make a list of 3 things you are genuinely grateful for, whether it's the hot water in the shower, a hug from a loved one, or the simple gift of having something to eat every day. In addition to gratitude, engage in self-reflection. Reflect on a Stoic principle or a personal challenge. Ask yourself questions. Am I living according to my values? Where did I act impulsively rather than rationally yesterday? How can I grow today? What can I do better than yesterday? What mistakes did I repeat? This is not self-criticism, but an exercise in self-discovery and growth. Each time you dig deeper into your thoughts and feelings, the more you get to know yourself. Finally, set an intention for the day. In your diary, write a simple affirmation or commitment based on the Stoic virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. This will serve as your moral guide, guiding your actions and decisions throughout the day. Remember that your diary is a mirror of your inner world. It is a tool, a friend, and a mentor. Marcus Aurelius' Meditations, one of the most influential Stoic texts, began as his personal diary. It was his way of remembering Stoic principles, understanding his actions, and navigating the complexities of life. By writing every day, Marcus Aurelius managed to improve a little every day. After years, he was another man, a much better man. Number 3, meditate on the ephemerality of life. One of the fundamental pillars of Stoic philosophy is a deep understanding of the passing nature of all things, how quickly they come and how quickly they go. Each morning, before the world begins its hectic chaos, take a moment to immerse yourself in this reality. Find a quiet place where you can sit without being interrupted, making sure to maintain a relaxed, upright posture that symbolizes the balance between serenity and attention. Close your eyes and visualize the vast universe, with stars being born and dying, galaxies in their eternal cycle, the planets rotating slowly day after day. In this cosmic ballet, see the Earth as a tiny point of no significance. Think of the tribes and civilizations that have arisen and disappeared, the mountains that have risen, the rivers that have opened paths, and the volcanoes that have erupted. Now bring your focus to your own life, a small piece in the grand scheme of things. This visualization doesn't diminish our importance, but makes us understand the preciousness and brevity of our existence. This can even be a very liberating insight into our decision-making, thinking of our supposed insignificance as permission to do what we've always wanted to do. Understanding the ephemerality of life serves as an urgent reminder. Firstly, it highlights the value of each day, each hour, each second. When we truly understand the fleetingness of our time, we tend to prioritize what really matters instead of being distracted by trivial concerns. Starting the day with this mindset prepares us to face the world with a deep sense of purpose. In essence, this morning practice is not meant to frighten us with mortality, but rather to urge us to embrace the present with gratitude, reverence, and action. As Seneca so wisely said, life is long if you know how to use it. So, by rooting our mornings in this practice, we remind ourselves to live fully, meaningfully, and gracefully. Remember that time is our most expensive currency, and unlike all the others, we can't get it back. Number 4, set daily intentions, not goals. Although goals and intentions can direct our path, they do so in different ways. Goals, of course, focus only on results, achievements, and endings. They provide us with the destination. Intentions, on the other hand, illuminate the journey. They anchor us in the present, deeply rooted in our values and the person we aspire to be. They shape our actions of the moment. Stoicism, at its core, emphasizes the distinction between what we can control and what we cannot. Goals are often linked to external outcomes and can sometimes be beyond our control. Even with our best efforts, unforeseen obstacles can arise. Intentions, however, reside firmly in our domain. They are daily declarations of our personal values, a conscious choice of how we wish to navigate the world, regardless of external circumstances. Their focus is to follow our course day after day, with the act of walking the path rather than focusing on the destination. At the start of each morning, after purifying your mind through journaling, reflect on the kind of day you want to live. Instead of focusing on the tasks to be done, ask yourself, who do I want to be today? Who do I want to connect with today? Do you want to be patient, taking in each moment as it unfolds, without haste or anxiety? Do you want to be compassionate both with yourself and with others, understanding that everyone faces their own battles? Or perhaps you want to be courageous, facing challenges head-on and stepping out of your comfort zone. Write down these intentions. They might look like, today I'm going to listen more than I talk. I will empathize more with those around me. I will be calm in times of turbulence and confusion. These are not tasks to be accomplished. They are reminders of the character you wish to embody. They are the attributes you want to implement in your personality in order to improve. They are the little habits and details that will make all the difference. As Seneca said, it doesn't matter what you carry, but how you carry it. Intentions are your daily guide, directing your reactions, choices, and behaviors. More than mere aspirations, they become active choices that shape your day. By setting daily intentions, you are not committing yourself to results, but to virtues. You're not measuring success by what you achieve, but by how you act, react, and present yourself to the world. This profound change in perspective aligns perfectly with Stoic wisdom, ensuring that, regardless of the uncertainty of the day, you have clarity on your personal journey. So to start getting into the habit of defining, here's one intention you want to make and are going to start making. Number 5. Practice mindfulness and meditation. Although Stoicism and mindfulness may have roots in different cultures, ancient Greece for the former and Eastern traditions for the latter, they meet in their emphasis on living in a centered and meaningful way. The Stoics were deeply attuned to the nature of the present moment. They believed that much of human suffering stems from ruminating on the past, which can cause depression, or from yearning for the future, which can make people anxious. Epictetus wisely said, "We are not disturbed by things themselves, but by the visions we have of them." This highlights the importance of our perceptions and the power of the present moment. Because just as the past holds you back, the future stops you. We can't live in both. So start your morning with a space dedicated to mindfulness or meditation. This doesn't necessarily mean sitting in the position of the monks, unless that appeals to you. It's about being present here and now. Find a quiet spot and get into a comfortable posture. Close your eyes and turn your attention inwards. Start by simply observing your breathing, feeling the expansion and contraction of your chest, or the sensation of air entering and leaving your nostrils. Your breath, always present, serves as an anchor for the present moment. When your mind wanders, as it often does, gently bring your attention back to the breath. Without judgment, just bring it back to the present moment. After calming your mind, expand your awareness to the sensations in your body. Feel the weight of your body on the chair or floor. Notice the temperature of the room, the feel of the fabric against your skin. Feel the wind hitting your face. Acknowledge these sensations without assigning a narrative to them. They simply are. Then make a smooth transition to observing your thoughts and emotions, visualizing them as floating leaves in a stream or clouds passing in the sky. The key here is detachment. You are only the observer, not the participant. This practice aligns perfectly with the Stoic emphasis on the distinction between events and our judgments about them. It's a crucial point in their philosophy. Dedicate the final moments of your meditation to reflecting on a Stoic principle or quote. For example, you could reflect on the words of Marcus Aurelius, "The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make of it." Let this wisdom permeate your mind, guiding your actions and reactions throughout the day. Incorporating mindfulness and meditation into your morning routine is not just a calming ritual. It is a Stoic exercise in recognizing and appreciating the present, distinguishing between external events and internal responses, and cultivating a mental fortitude of equanimity in the face of life's uncertainties. This practice will help you to be calmer and more serene. One day you will wake up and there won't be any more time to do the things you've always wanted. Do it now. Nowadays in particular, we are finding it increasingly difficult to achieve mindfulness due to the ease that technology has given us and the constant abuse of social networks, which give us momentary pleasures. We don't realize it, but this worsens our ability to think and act, making us increasingly anxious and agonized about life without knowing how to explain what is happening. We want so much to be able to predict what others are doing that we lose the ability to concentrate on the moment. Tell me, have you ever experienced this? You can't go less than an hour without checking your cell phone to see if there's a new message, or even just logging on to Instagram, just because you feel like it. Have you ever experienced this? Well, it's harmful, and it means that we're losing control of our reason, losing control of the now, and losing it to anxiety. Despite the lack of technology at the time, the Stoics learned how to deal with anxiety very well, and how to have self-control by focusing on the now. I left a link in the first comment to help you get rid of this anxiety just like the Stoics did. Take a look. Number 6. Review the Stoic teachings. The profound wisdom within the Stoic teachings offers a timeless compass for walking through life with grace, resilience, and purpose. However, these teachings are not just words to be read once and forgotten. They are seeds of wisdom that require constant attention in order to flourish within us and manifest in our daily actions. It is essential that we keep this information fresh in our minds. Every morning, create a ritual to delve into the wisdom of the great Stoic masters. You can randomly choose a passage from a Stoic text or use a book dedicated to daily Stoic meditation, such as Marcus Aurelius' Meditations, for example. This approach has a certain magic, often leading you to a piece of wisdom that seems strangely pertinent to your current circumstances or the day being written. Once you've chosen a passage, take some real time to spend with it. Read it carefully, allowing each word and feeling to resonate deeply within you. If necessary, repeat it actively with the intention of making it reflect in your mind. Immerse yourself in the essence, visualize the message and reflect on its implications. How does this wisdom relate to your life? What universal truths does it echo? After this period of contemplation, you may feel inspired to write down your reflections. Writing in a journal is more than just putting pen to paper. It is a meditative act of translation, converting the wisdom of the ancients into a personal doctrine. By writing, you can discover new layers of the teaching, perhaps seeing it in the light of a recent experience, or anticipating its relevance in a future event. However, Stoicism is above all a philosophy of action. Therefore, the real climax of this morning ritual lies in its application. For that is what the Stoics are all about: action, action, and action. If the day's teaching talks about the transience of life, let it inspire you to cherish every moment. If it addresses the insignificance of outside opinions, use it as a shield against undeserved criticism or praise. Interpret the teachings and let them help you to see your life better, so that you are aware of what is happening. Each Stoic teaching, in essence, is a call to action, a stimulus to direct your day with virtue and wisdom. If you are lucky enough to share this Stoic journey with friends or a community, consider discussing these teachings with them. Engaging in such dialogues, sharing personal insights and listening to varied interpretations can broaden the depth of your understanding and foster a sense of community growth. It will also help you better interpret how to apply Stoicism in the modern world. In essence, revisiting the Stoic teachings every morning is not just a reading exercise. It is a daily renewal of the commitment to live with awareness, intention, and virtue. As the Stoics remind us, the true essence of learning is not just in understanding, but in embodying and living the wisdom. Apply their teachings every day. This will help fortify your mind and wisdom with Stoic philosophy. Number 7. Practice amor fati. On the long walkway of Stoic wisdom, there is a golden thread, a principle so profound and yet so simple: amor fati, or the love of one's own destiny. This is not a call to passive meekness, but a passionate embrace of all that life brings, be it joy or sorrow, triumph or tribulation. This practice brings a perspective on life as it should be experienced. Many people just want to feel joy, pleasure, taste all the good things in life every day. But every morning, as the sun ushers in a new day, we are also greeted by life's uncertainties. Plans can be lost, hopes can be dashed, or unexpected challenges can arise. It is at these moments that the Stoic principle of amor fati calls us. It invites us not just to accept, but to love wholeheartedly whatever comes our way. It shows us that this is what life is all about. Experiencing pain is part of life. Discomfort, failures, problems are all part of the gift that is life. Imagine the freedom and liberation that this perspective offers. When faced with adversity, instead of lamenting, "Why is this happening to me?" You can ask, "How can I grow from this?" Or even say, "This is exactly what I needed." This change doesn't minimize the weight of the difficulties. On the contrary, it gives them meaning and direction. As a result, every experience, no matter how challenging or uncomfortable, becomes an opportunity for growth, a gem in your journey. So every morning, take a moment to embrace amor fati. Ask yourself, what does life have in store for me today? And gratefully accept whatever comes your way. Whether it's the laughter of a friend, the beauty of a sunrise, or an unexpected turn of events, know that every moment is a gift to be unwrapped and appreciated. This is not an admission of powerlessness. It's a recognition that the real control lies in how we choose to respond to what life offers us. This practice of amor fati serves as a daily reminder that even in the storms of life, we can find serenity and meaning. The reinforcement that accepting destiny brings us is also intensified experimentation. If we only feel pleasure throughout our lives, the pleasure stops being more pleasurable every moment. If we only feel joy throughout our lives, the joy stops being so joyful. But now, if we feel pleasure but we also feel discomfort, that makes life much more vigorous. Because that's what life is. Just as it's pleasure and joy, it's also pain and suffering. At the heart of this philosophy is the understanding that even when we can't control external circumstances, we can always choose how we face those circumstances. So, by embracing amor fati each morning, you align yourself with the essence of Stoicism, which is not just a belief system, but a philosophy of life that promotes courage, wisdom, and virtue amidst life's obstacles. Remember that this Stoic morning routine is a journey. It's not about perfection, but about constant practice. Like any skill, it takes time to deepen and integrate. By committing to these principles and practices, you will be walking the path of personal transformation. As you shape your mornings with Stoic wisdom, you prepare to face each day with resilience, grace, and a deep appreciation for life. I know it may sound strange, but enjoy the moments of pleasure as much as the moments of suffering. Bear in mind that they are in our destiny and part of our journey. As Epictetus said, "What is in our power is the choice of our thoughts, attitudes, and actions. What is not in our power is everything else." This phrase makes us reflect on what attitudes can be taken with what is in our power. And although we don't have control over everything, we do have control over how we react to situations. The Stoics, despite accepting fate, were not passive when it came to taking action. They didn't accept disrespect and let it go, but they took action over it. Click on the video on the screen and see right now what the Stoics did when they were disrespected.